Jungle Showdown, a meeting of titans. Get to the chopper! Arnold roared, his voice echoing through the humid jungle air. He scanned the dense foliage, his eyes narrowed, a bead of sweat tracing a path down his temple. This jungle, a battlefield of tangled green and oppressive heat, had been a brutal testing ground. But he was still standing. He was always ready for another fight.
You mistake noise for strength.
A calm voice cut through the tense silence. Bruce Lee stepped into the clearing, his movements fluid and precise, his gaze never leaving Arnold. He carried no weapon, only the quiet confidence of a man who had walked through fire and emerged unscathed. "This isn't over," Arnold growled, his grip tightening on the machine gun. But even he, the man who had stared down predators and machines, felt a flicker of doubt. There was something about the smaller man's intensity, a coiled power that belied his size, that demanded respect.
What the hell is going on here?
Lightning and thunder. The dance of combat begins. Bruce moved first, a blur of motion that belied the oppressive jungle heat. His fist, a small meteor of muscle and bone, shot out, aimed at Arnold's chest. The impact resonated with a thud, a testament to the smaller man's speed and power. Arnold, caught off guard by the speed of the attack, staggered back. But he was no stranger to combat. He recovered quickly, his massive arms reaching out to grapple with his attacker. He would crush this opponent with sheer strength. The fight became a dance of opposites. Bruce, a whirlwind of lightning strikes, darted in and out of range, his blows landing with pinpoint accuracy. Arnold, a thunderous force of nature, absorbed the attacks, using his size and strength to try and trap his agile opponent. Sweat flew, the air thick with the sounds of combat. The jungle itself seemed to hold its breath, the only witnesses to this clash of titans.
I'll be back.
Metal and fury, the Terminator emerges. Frustration built in Arnold's eyes. This was not how it was supposed to be. He was the one who dictated the terms of battle, the one who emerged victorious. But this was different. With a roar of anger, Arnold's body began to shift, flesh melting away to reveal gleaming chrome underneath. His eyes glowed an ominous red. The Terminator had arrived. "You cannot defeat me?" The Terminator boomed, his voice a metallic rasp. He fired, a beam of searing plasma energy slicing through the air where Bruce had been standing only a moment before. Bruce, relying on his incredible reflexes, spun away from the deadly energy blast. He cracked the nunchaku, the rhythmic clack of wood on wood echoing through the clearing. His eyes, though, never left the Terminator, tracking its every move.
Don't hit that.
Section 4. A gauntlet of transformations, Commando, Conan, and the Predator. The jungle became a surreal battleground as Arnold, fueled by rage and frustration, cycled through a series of transformations. He became Commando, armed with an arsenal of heavy weaponry. Then Conan, a barbarian warrior wielding a broadsword. And finally, the Predator, a terrifying alien hunter with cloaking technology and razor-sharp blades. Each transformation brought a new set of challenges, a new test of Bruce's adaptability and skill. But with each change, Bruce adapted. He flowed like water around the Commando's firepower, used the environment to his advantage against Conan's brute strength, and turned the Predator's cloaking technology against it. Through it all, Bruce remained calm, a beacon of focus in the heart of the storm. He was not fighting for dominance, but for survival. And he knew, deep down, that this seemingly unstoppable foe had a weakness. He just had to find it. Section 5. The Dragon's Triumph, Retreat, and the Promise of Rematch. The battle raged on, a blur of motion and sound, until finally, Bruce saw his opportunity.
As the Terminator, Arnold raised his arm, preparing to fire another blast of plasma energy. Bruce didn't hesitate. He moved with the speed of a striking cobra, his nunchaku whipping out to strike a critical point on the Terminator's arm. The plasma rifle sputtered and died, the energy blast going haywire and exploding harmlessly into the sky.
The Terminator, its systems disrupted, reverted back to Arnold, his body bruised and battered.
"This isn't over," Arnold grunted, his voice hoarse. He climbed aboard the waiting chopper, the whir of the rotors growing louder. I'll be back."
Bruce watched him go, his chest heaving, his body a tapestry of bruises and minor cuts. He had faced down a force of nature and emerged victorious, but he knew, with a certainty that ran deep in his bones, that this was only the beginning. The jungle had borne witness to a clash of titans, and the echoes of that battle would resonate for years to come.